See how and see why. Given the scenario we have, given we now have the reality of the cuts that you referenced, the reality of the morale within the military, what do you believe is the best thing, the best scenario tomorrow when President Obama comes to the American people and says, this is what we're doing to fight this radical jihadist outfit? What do you believe is the best case scenario? What do you believe will actually occur?
Well, there's a couple things. One, I don't think that what President Obama says tomorrow is going to be anything new. He's going to say that we're going to continue with airstrikes, which are already going on. We're going to continue arming and training the Peshmerga and other Iraqi forces, and that we may need to do an air campaign inside Syria, but he's not going to address it. He'll say we're still leaving all options on the table when it comes to Syria, because he doesn't want to get serious when it comes to making those types of decisions. But what he really needs to do is, it's going to be a tough sell to the American people. He has lost the trust of the American people when it comes to foreign policy. Americans have seen it with their own eyes over the past few years on how he has his basic inaction in foreign policy and his continual lead from behind. He called ISIS JV earlier this year, and they have been nothing but JV. They have made significant advancements, and he did not take them seriously. The intelligence was there. He received it, and he chose to look the other way and allowed ISIS valuable time to gain momentum, strength, finances, and training inside Syria, and then push into Iraq and where we are today. Amber,
a moment ago when we started the interview, you said to me you expect the commitment of those professional men and women in uniform to be focused at the highest levels of professionalism unless the president does not have a clearly defined mission. And now, just now, when I asked you to describe what you expect...
No, I didn't say unless.
Go ahead.
I said that will hurt. That will continue to hurt them. So in terms of morale and their focus and their clarity. So if it's not clearly defined, it's not you know, when the American soldier laces up their boots and goes to war, their head's in the game. No, whether or not there is a clearly defined mission or not, just one helps them, one leads them down a clearer path, and one doesn't. And one is definitely a better scenario than the other.
And you just described a scenario which does not lead them down that better path that you expect to hear the president say tomorrow night.
Exactly. I don't think we're going to hear anything outside of what we have already heard from President Obama. And honestly, I think it's fairly interesting that he has called this announcement of his new strategy on ISIS tomorrow on September 11th, because I don't think he's going to be telling anything new. And every time he speaks on ISIS, he sort of digs the hole a little bit deeper in showing his sort of ineptness on foreign policy. So we'll have to wait till tomorrow to see how it goes.
Amber Barno, National Security Foreign Policy Analyst of the Independent Women's Forum and retired U.S. Army helicopter pilot, 8-year veteran of wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. We thank you for joining us.